Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me yet, I'm Kristine Dennis, a scientist who has spent my career working in public health and nutrition research. At Nutrition Facts, I serve as senior research scientist, and alongside Dr. Greger, research and write new video scripts. For these next couple videos, I got to take a deep dive into the research on raising plant-based kids. As a parent of a plant-based kid myself, and a nutrition research nerd, this was both fun and fascinating. I'm going to cover everything that goes into raising kids on well-planned plant-based diets, including what does well-planned actually mean, some potential benefits of eating plant-based during pregnancy, and a few special nutrients everyone should be paying attention to regardless of diet. Over the past 2 decades, scientific and professional nutrition and pediatric associations have issued official statements and published position papers about adopting vegan diets during crucial life stages, including pregnancy and lactation, infancy, and childhood. While some of these associations firmly agree a well-designed vegan diet can be healthy and support normal growth and development, others are more reserved, and some caution against vegan diets for children. Those that are supportive include the American Dietetic Association, which has held this position for more than 25 years, as well as professional associations in Australia, Canada, Portugal, Italy, the UK, Finland, Germany and Norway, and Europe more broadly. More reserved opinions also came out of the UK and Europe, including Spain. And downright dismissive positions have come out of Slovenia, Germany, Italy, France, and Belgium. What does the evidence say about vegan diets in children? Part of the challenge starts at the very beginning, with the exclusion of pregnant people from clinical trials in general. With such compelling needs, why are pregnant women largely excluded from clinical research? Often due to ethical concerns, dominated by fears of fetal harm. Even non-pregnant women of reproductive age often have to commit to contraception during the research period, and those who become pregnant must leave the study with their data excluded. That all adds up to a lack of clinical trial data on pregnant women. Paradoxically, these precautionary measures may not have made pregnant moms or their babies safer because of the resulting lack of evidence. Some of the commentary around vegan diets for children includes this same concern about the lack of data. One researcher stated, "In children, we do not have many good quality studies, and the studies we do have come mostly from vegetarian children, and they are of very varying quality." But researchers are attempting to fill this void, starting with to vegan or not to vegan when pregnant, lactating, or feeding young children. The oldest and largest association of nutritional professionals in the world, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, considers a completely plant-based diet to be suitable during pregnancy, lactation, infancy, and childhood, provided it is well planned. What exactly does well planned mean? First of all, a diet rich in a wide variety of plant foods, grains, legumes such as beans, lentils, split peas, and chickpeas, fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds, herbs and spices. We want to limit vegetable fats so they don't displace more nutrient-dense foods, and if you do use them, choosing them carefully. For example, avoiding trans fats and tropical oils. Also, taking a DHA supplement, consuming enough calcium, and ensuring sufficient vitamin D. And most importantly, not forgetting about vitamin B12, as Dr. Greger has covered extensively, because it is so important to ensure a regular and reliable source of vitamin B12. Balanced plant-based diets mean eating a wide variety of plant foods in order to sufficiently meet energy requirements and paying attention to some nutrients that may be critical, iodine included. It's one nutrient that should also be supplemented during pregnancy and breastfeeding. What are the impacts on mothers' health of following a vegetarian diet during pregnancy? Gestational diabetes affects around 14% of pregnancies globally, and even more in some regions of the world. It's also at the center of the vicious cycle of diabetes begetting diabetes, linked not only to adverse pregnancy and birth outcomes, but greater long-term risk of cardiometabolic disorders for both moms and babies. Research suggests beneficial impacts of plant-based diets on blood sugar control. What effect might that have on risk of gestational diabetes? A systematic review and meta-analysis on plant-based dietary patterns and gestational diabetes risk found that those who ate closer to a healthy plant-based diet had a significantly lower risk of developing gestational diabetes. Evidence from the Harvard Nurses' Health Study 2 suggests these benefits extend to hypertensive disorders like preeclampsia, with a 20% lower risk among those eating the most plant-based diets. And this lower risk could benefit mom's health for years to come, as hypertensive disorders during pregnancy are associated with increased risk of stroke later in life. Note that Dr. Greger has previously covered other pregnancy outcomes as well. Once the baby arrives, what do we know about plant-based diets and feeding babies and young children? I'll cover that next.